one of the real titles back with a first of 4 SummerSlam reviews, and this is gonna be the first SummerSlam review of the year, or for the month actually. My bad. I'm gonna do like I did with my Survivor Series review series. I did 4 Survivor Series: 2003, 2004, 2010, and 2014. This is gonna be the first one with 2002, and then it'll be the next one, and then 2015, and then 2018, which was actually really good. But anyways, so we start with the first SummerSlam review, and which is WWE SummerSlam 2002, like I mentioned, and this was actually a very good show. It's way better than last year's SummerSlam, which I did that last month. Anyways, August 25th, and this is a Raw and SmackDown event, like when they did the brand split after WrestleMania 18, and 2001 was, I mean, it was a good year, but it was halted by that stupid invasion angle, and then I guess they didn't botch that, and then they decided, let's split the rosters with the Raw and SmackDown for having their own shows, and honestly, it worked. At the Nassau Memorial Coliseum in Uniontown, New York, aka Long Island. So yeah. And yeah. So you could get based on either this, Survivor Series 03, or WrestleMania 20 being the best periods of the Ruthless Aggression era, because this is the first SummerSlam of the Ruthless Aggression era, and unfortunately it'll be the only Ruthless Aggression era I'm going to cover on the SummerSlam review series. Anyways. And fun fact, this is the first SummerSlam under the WWE banner, because what happened after in May, because they had this, they did the logo, the name change. So yeah. So there was not one terrible match on this show. It's like WrestleMania 19. But yeah, let's start with Kurt Angle defeats Rey Mysterio by submission. The first 2 matches ended in a submission for some reason. This was a fast-paced match, and Kurt Angle by this point was bald because he lost a hair for his hair match against Edge at Judgment Day, which that match was reused in a cutscene in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I already mentioned that in my King of the Ring 2001 review, if you go back to that. And Rey Mysterio debut, there was a lot of new faces coming in, like John Cena, who wasn't really that big around this time. Not yet until 2004. Right here with Rey Mysterio, although he was in WCW, whatever. And, you know, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, all those, Batista. Although Batista, Orton, Cena will be bigger later on by 04, 05. This was actually a really good match. It didn't hurt Rey Mysterio losing his first match on pay-per-view, but these two have really good match chemistry. 8. Anyways, then we have Ric Flair defeating Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho had a really shitty 2002. If I ever do like a why does wrestler suck in this year, yeah, he was undisputed champion by the beginning of the year. He beat The Rock and Stone Cold again in 2 periods in a row. And then he was the third wheel in the Triple H fiasco. He didn't wrestle at Backlash, and he lost choice again at Judgment Day in a Hell in a Cell match, and yeah, his momentum was dead in the water. And then it took until 2008 when he finally got back to a main event run. Ric Flair was no longer the Raw owner because he lost a match between him and Vince to where Vince becomes the true owner of the company, and then we have general managers after that, which was Eric Bischoff for Raw, Stephanie McMahon for SmackDown. So yeah, Ric Flair wins, and then they had a rematch at Unforgiven, which right after that and then he was the live Triple H at the same pay-per-view, and that leads on Evolution. So yeah, 6. It was probably the weakest match of the night. Yeah. Anyways, Edge defeats Eddie Guerrero. Another good match. SmackDown had the better matches, except for... Oh, yeah. Anyways. Edge wins, but then they win the rematch at Unforgiven. So yeah. 8.5. Anyways, then we have the All Americans, which was for the this match for the WWE Tag Team Champions. The All Americans defeats Book Dust, which is Booker T and Goldust, the funniest tag teams ever. They were already renamed the World Tag Team Champions, and they had to use the WWE Tag Team Champions like on SmackDown. So yeah. Another weak match. Boy, the money had fallen for Booker T because last year's SummerSlam, The Rock went Superman on him, which I rated on my SummerSlam 2001 review, so you already know. Booker would with Chris. So although we all agree he should have won at WrestleMania 19 for the World Championship against Triple H, but no, we had to wait until 2006 when he beat Rey Mysterio at Great American Bash 2006, which go back to that review back in 2019. 6.5. Yeah. Anyways, then we have for the Intercontinental Champion. Benoit was on SmackDown and he was the NXT Champion, and then he fought Raw's Rob Van Dam, so we get this match. And Rob Van Dam defeats Chris Benoit to win the title. The NXT title will not be on SmackDown until 2009, which I did that as well. That was back in April when they put the on Raw IC Champion to SmackDown. You already know. A really good match. Van Dam will be holding it not that long because he loses to Jericho. And yeah. 8.5. Just like Eddie and Edge. Anyways, then we have The Undertaker defeating Test in an underrated match on the card. Undertaker will not be on Raw much longer because he went to SmackDown because he will feud with the spoiler in the main event. So yeah, another good match. 7. And then we get match in the night, honestly, with returning Shawn Michaels, which, spoiler, I'm going to do the night's interview, as you already know, defeats Triple H. The last time we saw Shawn Michaels wrestle in a wrestling match, WrestleMania 14. Another review I did back in 2019. He was retired for 4 years. I think Shawn was getting back into ring shape, and yeah, Shawn Michaels will win this match with a jackknife. Oh, the storyline was Triple H wanted to go to Raw, which honestly should fit more on Raw than SmackDown, in my opinion. So Shawn wanted him to study reform DX, and Triple H turns heel again. Triple H from 2000, outside of a tease face, he was mostly heel from 2000 to 2006 when him and Shawn reformed DX for real. This was a great match. A 10 out of 10, and post-match Triple H hits Shawn in the back with a sledgehammer. Continues the big-time feud from SummerSlam 2004 to Bad Blood 2004. I'm not counting Taboo Tuesday because that was a fan-full pay-per-view, but whatever. So yeah, anyways, then we have the main event for the WWE Championship. I'm not calling it the Undisputed Championship. I'm just calling it the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar defeats The Rock. This match was infamous for the fans booing The Rock and cheering Brock Lesnar because, yeah, this guy, he's all about the money. But we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, this guy, he's done so much. He's hogging the spotlight and whatever, and got the fresh face. We want him to be the champion. This was the remind me of No Mercy 2000 when Kurt Angle won the WWE Championship and got babyface pops. Yeah. And The Rock was getting booed. Like a lot. And Brock Lesnar becomes the youngest WWE champion. And that record would be broken 2 years later at SummerSlam by Randy Orton. Because Brock left the company at that point. But this was a good match. A 9 out of 10. Unfortunately, this would not this had to follow Shawn and Triple H, but whatever. A new face as the WWE champion, and Brock Lesnar will be going to SmackDown with the championship, although he was technically on SmackDown at this point in 2002. So yeah, Brock Lesnar would bring the WWE Championship on SmackDown, and then the World Heavyweight Championship was on Raw, and we get the Reign of Terror, which I'd rather take Triple H's Reign of Terror over today's Raw. That's how bad it is. But anyway, SummerSlam 2002. I don't know which one was the best. This, Survivor Series 2003, or WrestleMania 20. But I think this is the third best period of the Ruthless Aggression era. Or maybe fourth, because it's WrestleMania 19, but this was a great show, and I give this an 8 out of 10. So next up, we the 2010 edition of SummerSlam. Oh God. Team John Cena versus the Nexus. Oh God. Back to the shitty year of 2010. Bye.